So today is Memorial Day, and I hope that you all are thinking of all the people who have fought for our freedom and for our country today. We are going to be making some jewelry today, but today, first, we are going to make a purse charm or a key ring or planner, dangle, you name it. That's what it is. So you could use it for all those things, and we're gonna make one today. If this is your first time seeing one of these videos, awesome, because we're gonna teach you something new. If not, then maybe it'll just still be entertaining anyway, because we are using Sam's, let me grab it, Sam's May Beadbox Earth Wonders. So we are going to be using this. And I wanted to do something besides like a necklace or a bracelet or earrings today. So I thought that I would make a cute purse charm. I'm in need of one for a gift anyway, so I thought it would be really fun to make that today for one of my friends. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on that, because we're going to do a few videos today. We're going to get ahead of our week. That's what we're going to do. Instead of playing catch up, we're going to get ahead of our week, and we're going to start it off on a good note. So I'm going to turn you guys around and we'll get started. Okay, I am adjusting my lights because I think I may have had a cat come in here. There we go, that's a little bit better. And kind of make a big mess. So that's what happens when you leave your craft room unattended for days. So I have about 10.5 inches of 16 gauge wire here. And I know that some of this looks like a mixture of copper and rose gold, and it is because that's what it is. So they're so similar that this is what we're going to do today. So it'll just make things a little bit easier. So I have some things from my stash. I have this. I have 1.5 inches of chain, and I like to try to use a thicker chain and one that appears that the little links aren't easy to open or anything like that, so that way it doesn't fall apart. We have this really great big heart-shaped clasp. These I got in the jewelry section at Hobby Lobby. I have quite a few of them. They make them in a few colors. I believe this color, gold and silver, is what I've seen, but I'm sure you could probably get them on Amazon as well. And then I have stuff from the Sam's Beadbox Earth Wonders. I have, let me see if I can look at this list and remember what we have. So we have the four-sided pinch barrels. So we have those in the green and the blue. We have the heart. We have some of the flowers. We have these fire polished rondelles. We have the fire polished faceted beads. And we have these little green rondelles. So we're going to use all these green and blue together and use some of this copper / rose gold to help us out. So the first thing we're going to do is I like to make a focal for our keychain, okay, or purse dangle, whatever you want to call it. And what I do is, I know I probably don't need this much, but I like to have a little bit of extra. So you need all your basic tools, your cutters, your pliers, your round nose pliers. You need all those things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here, and we're going to make kind of a larger loop here. So I'm going all the way down at the bottom of my round nose pliers. And I am just, you don't have to use 16 gauge wire. I'm using it because it's really strong. And some people don't like to use it because it is so strong and it's hard to turn and all that stuff. But I think it's worth it because you only need it for a little bit. So when I make my loop, I open it up a little bit, put my little key ring on, okay? And then let's close it back up, just like that. And then we can hang on to it with our bent nose pliers and just carefully, let me get a good grip on that, carefully just wrap it around. Now it is a lot stronger, so it is a lot harder to wrap. So just take your time, and you're gonna have to use a lot of elbow grease. But you can use, you know, 18, 20 gauge. I just, like I said, I like to use 16 because it is so super strong. All right, so we have that, and we're just going to straighten up our wraps just a little bit here. Just kind of push them up, okay? And then we can cut off what we don't need, which is a tiny little amount that we can pitch, and then just smush it down, because you don't want this to get caught. Like if you have it on a purse and someone's wearing a nice top, you don't want that to get caught on the person's top who you're making it for, because it would ruin their shirt probably. So then let's string our heart on. I'm so sorry, you guys. My goodness, I don't know where that's coming from. All right, so now that we have that on, we can, oh, let me fix this, hold on. Looks a little gappy. There we go, that's better. So now that we have our heart on there, we can make the bottom one, and we're gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be like a little wrap loop, and we're going to put the chain on the bottom. So like I said, I cut off way more than what I needed, but that's okay. So again, making a larger loop, we're just going to put that right over like that, okay? And then let's pop it open a little bit so that we have an easier time putting that chain on. And you don't need a lot of chain unless you want it to be a longer purse dangle. But I kind of like to leave mine like a little short and like chunkier. So I just kind of make it a shorter one, but you definitely can make it longer if that's what you choose to do. And then once we have that, we can hang on to it with our bent nose pliers. And because this is a much longer piece, I'm going to use my hand to just guide it around until we can stop. Okay, so now that we're there, and we have still a little movement in the heart, so that's good. We don't want it to be so tight that it's going to ruin whatever bead you use. You don't have, if you don't have this bead box, it's okay. You can use any large bead or focal that you like, or if you want, you can even use, sometimes they have larger like necklace links that have a cute, like a sun or whatever shape on it. But this is the start of our keychain. So I'm just gonna move that up there, and it'll just be out of our way. And we're gonna dump some of these out because we're gonna start making some dangles to put on our keychain here. So we want some of these big ones on there too as well. And we're gonna put them on as we make them because we may not need all of these, which would just have extra ones left over then. So this is what we have, and we're just gonna kind of mix that up a little bit because we wanna just have fun with it, right? So I'd like to put a big one down at the bottom. So if we wanna use this big chunky one, but I also want it to have a little bit of this green peeking out of the bottom too. So let's just make a simple loop here. And you can get away with simple loops as long as your loops are closed really well. Otherwise, I would typically wrap it on to it. But for time's sake, and because I think that I could probably make these so they stay on really, really well, we're going to do simple loops. And like I said, you just want to make sure when you put it on that it's just closed all the way. So it's just taking that extra little step to pinch it closed and making sure that you're good to go. All right, now that we have that, we can go ahead and start hanging these on. So it's a real simple process. Honestly, this is when I make these, a lot of times I will just be sitting on the couch with my husband watching TV, and I can just kind of sit there and listen to whatever's on TV and make these and look up, and I don't have to like think too hard about it. Of course, I'm having a hard time putting this link on the little thing here. Here we go. And like I said, just make sure that little loop is closed all the way. You just have to pinch it down a little bit and it should be closed all the way. So now we have our top and our bottom, and now we can just start filling it in. And now remember, I do like to make it really kind of chunky in here. So we're gonna just start here from the bottom and work our way up. And I'm gonna do some smaller beads down here. Now you can do these however you like. You can stack them, you can do whatever you want. I just like to usually just put like one little bead on it. Sometimes I'll do one with 2 little beads or whatever, but most of the time it's just one little bead. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll do a few of these, and then I will also, after we get about halfway through, I'll go ahead and just make up a bunch of these, and then when we come back, I can go ahead and finish putting them on with you guys. All right. There we go. So before I got on here, I was sitting on the couch. I just got off the phone with my mom, and I was sitting on the couch finishing up my cup of coffee, and I heard my two of my cats, Lucy and Cheeto, I heard one of them like yelling, like angry yell, not like afraid yell, but like angry yell. And so I'm like, what in the world is going on? So I get up and I go into our breezeway where they both are, and Lucy is backed into a corner, and Cheeto, his tail's puffy and her tail's puffy, and she is mad. I have no idea what he did to her, but she is not having it. She is not happy. So I had to get them both calmed down, and it was really kind of ridiculous the way these cats were being. They are literally best friends, but everyone knows, like, people argue, people get in fights, even best friends, and they were just not happy with each other. I'm not sure what happened. I'm sure that maybe one of them was just feeling a little cranky today, and they just got irritated with the other one. I don't know. But they have shared some treats, and now they are best friends again. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. But they were both really mad. And I'm just like, you guys are ridiculous. So everything is good in the Krontz family home now, but it wasn't a few minutes ago. Cats. Oh, I'm telling you, those two. I have never seen them get like that with each other, though. So I'm sure that they, you know, like Cheeto had her in a corner, and I'm sure he was probably just wanting to play, and she probably did not want to play. And he probably, like, you know, like play attacked her or whatever, and it made her mad, and she was letting him have it. So I get it. Girl, sometimes I don't feel like playing either. I understand. But she was not having it. She was being a little cranky, but... So yesterday we went out to my mother-in-law and father-in-law's camper. They stay in a camper like 30 minutes from their home in the summer. And, well, it's actually like from the end of April to like the end of October. And they just stay out there the whole time. And it's like their little... it's a really nice little camping community. They have some long-term residents who keep their camper up there all year. And you can't stay in it all year, but you can stay in it from like end of April to end of October and then pack up. And then they also have a section where people who are just camping for the weekend or whatever, where they can come and stay too. They have a big heated pool there, all kinds of stuff. Well, it wasn't pool day because it was kind of cloudy and it wasn't as warm as what it's been here. So we just kind of all hung out. We played some board games, ate some food, and just had a really good time with each other. All right, so I am putting 2 beads on each link. So like I said, this can be a little bit of a time-consuming process, but it's worth it when you're all done. It makes it a nice full dangle, and it's just a lot of fun. And you also don't need to bead all the way up to the top if you don't want to. You can have this cute thing, have some chain, and just have some dangles at the bottom. But I'm going to make this one really full. And blues and greens are my one friend's favorite colors. So I'm hoping that she'll love this. It's been a while since I made one of these. And I thought, well, if I'm going to make one, I might as well film it And I might as well use some beads from one of my bead boxes. And Sam's was the winner today because I think that these beads are so pretty, and I love the blues and greens together. I'm really having difficulties with my fingers today, you guys. So tomorrow work resumes on our bathroom, and we're supposed to be able to shower in our shower by midweek, like Thursday probably. So I'm super excited about that. I already told everyone in the family that no one's allowed to shower in there before I get to shower in there. So I don't know how they feel about that, but I don't care. I said, you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm not a very selfish person, but you know what? Today I am going to be selfish. When that shower is ready, I am first up, and I am taking a shower in there first. And that's all there is to it. And of course, you know, it'll probably be done while I'm at work, and the boys will be home, and Shane will be home. So I'm sure all three of them will get a shower before I get one, which is fine. But, you know, it's just the principle of it. I just want to take my shower first. Tonight, my brother and my mom are coming over around dinner time to have dinner with us and visit. And before we go back to work on Tuesday, and we're doing brats on the grill. We have some pineapple teriyaki, jalapeno popper, and I think just like a cheese one that we got from our grocery store's deli, our butcher at the grocery store, I should say. And so we got that, and we're gonna make some potatoes. I'm thinking about doing like the you know how if you take little yellow or little red potatoes and you boil them and you get them soft, and then you put them on a cookie sheet and you smash them, and you put like you can do like salt and pepper. I usually do like salt, pepper, garlic, all that stuff, and then sprinkle cheese on them, and then bake them in the oven. The bottom gets really nice and crispy, and the cheese is all melty on top, and it's so good. So I might make those today. Since it's cooler today, I don't mind running the oven. So I think that would be a change of pace for potatoes, and make some vegetables, and we'll cut up some watermelon to have with our dinner, and it'll be a good day. I'm looking forward to it. Go. So this is what it's going to end up looking like, and like I said, I'm just going to keep going up and using I'm putting 2 beads on every, or 2 dangles on every link. So here I'm going to double up these rondelles because they're not like super big, but it'll be nice to let's use that one on this side. It'll be nice to have some little chunkiness up through the center here. I typically start a little bit smaller down here, use some bigger ones in the middle, and then smaller towards the top. But we'll see how this plays out. We'll just see. Let's do a flower next. I cannot believe it's the end of May already. I feel like this year is just flying by so fast. I mean, before you know it, it's going to be like, Merry Christmas, and like, not ready. I'm not ready. But it just goes by so fast. And I remember my mom always tell me when I was a kid, because I used to say, I can't wait until I'm 18 and I can do whatever I want. Well, I'm still, I'm 50 and I'm still waiting to be able to do whatever I want. It just doesn't happen that way, does it? Anyway, and she would say, don't rush your life away, because as you get older, life goes by so much faster. And she's 100% correct. She is very, very correct on that. As I've been getting older, my time is just flying by. Like, the kids are adults. It's insane. I think I hear somebody at my door. Hold on one second. It's probably one of the cats. I think it's Cheeto. Cheeto? Okay, well, he must have changed his mind, so that's fine. He changed his mind. Okay, so then let's do this double one here. And then I will go ahead and switch off the camera for a little bit, and I will make some dangles in advance, and we'll come back and hang the rest on. And that way you guys don't have to sit here watching me doing loops after loop after loop. And then we'll come together, and I actually have a cute little person here I can hang it on just so I can show you guys. And it'll be really fun to try it out on one of my purses. When you do this and you're trying to like put your loop on a chain and the head pin keeps like twisting around, you're like, come on. All I need to do is like get on that piece of chain. Oh, and he's back. All right, so we got that one on, and now I'm just gonna go and make a bunch of these dangles, and then we'll come back and we'll put them all together. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, so I'm back and I made all my dangles here. I think I counted them all correctly. So let's go ahead and hang those on. Nope, I think I just heard my husband get up. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Coming in here and leaving and coming in here and leaving. So, all right, let's go ahead and finish putting these on. Oh, let's do some more like this. And then we'll do some bigger ones. Just try to make sure I have 2 on each link. If you're not methodical about it, it's so easy to miss a link, and then you might not see it right away, and it'd be harder to get to that link because it's like there's a ton of beads all around it. So I just try to be real methodical about it and just double checking that I'm getting the correct link every time I put something on. I mean, it's hard enough to hook them on anyway for me. I'm sure others don't have as many issues with it as I do. All right, there we go. And let's do a little flower. In case I did miscount, I do have more of these beads sitting here beside me to use if I need to. Did I get 2 on the same one there? Let me see. Nope, it just appeared that way. Okay. My goodness. I'm telling you, it's getting like harder and harder to see. Oh, so I read comments from the Bargain Bead Box bracelet that I use, the Sari Silk, and you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much for all your sweet comments. And I read all the ones to Shane so that he could see that you guys loved his bow. And yeah, and you're absolutely right. I do absolutely love the bow that he made, and I love him, and he did a really great job, and he did do it out of love because I interrupted wrestling for that. So he's a big wrestling fan. He loves like the WWE and all that stuff. So it's kind of his like guilty pleasure, I guess. He's one of his favorite things to watch. So he took time out of watching wrestling to tie the bow on my wrist for me. So, anyway, but yeah, so thank you guys. I very, very much appreciate, like, your sweetness, and even, your cute little comments or little jokes and stuff. I really appreciate all that kind of stuff. It's so nice. And then for those who missed it, like, I know that there was somebody who asked me about my eye because they said they must have missed a video or something. And yeah, this is the second time. In case you don't know, it's the second time my blood vessels in my eye burst. And it happened before in March, and then it happened now. It's so weird because I go to bed absolutely normal. There's no eye irritation. It's not an infection. There's no pain. There's no symptoms other than just broken blood vessels. And it's so weird because nothing, like, I can't think of anything that I would do to my eye to do it. And it did it in the same, like, area in my eye. So, my husband thinks it's, probably stress related or like a blood pressure thing or something. So, I'm going to be mindful of that. And, if it does happen again, I will go to my optometrist and have him take a look at it. I'm sure everything's fine. It's weird. And it's, very unsightly. I mean, when people, see it, they kind of, take like a double take, and, and they're like, oh my gosh, what happened to your eye? And, so it's kind of embarrassing a little bit, I think, is what my problem is. But yeah, I don't think there's anything to worry about as far as like health issues or anything like that. But just to be on the safe side, if it does happen again, I will go to my optometrist and have him take a look at my eyeball and make sure everything's okay. And maybe, you know what? I've been complaining about my glasses not working anymore. So maybe this is God saying, Jody, make your eye appointment because you can't see anything. So who knows? Anyway, I'll take it as a message from our good Lord saying that I need to take care of myself, and that includes my eye health. So that's what I'll do. If it happens again, I'll go back, and that way he can look at it and see. I mean, it's pretty much all gone away now. There's still like one little spot in my eye, just a couple little lighter spots, but it's pretty much gone now. But I honestly, like, even forget, because there's no, like I said, there's no pain or irritation, so I forget that my eye's red, and I go into like the grocery store or something, and people are looking at me like, oh my gosh, what happened to you? And I don't even realize that, like, how bad it looks. Like, I forget, like, how terrible it looks. So those of you who watch these tutorials on the big screen on your TV, I am so sorry you got such a big view of my eyeball. It's like mortifying. All right, so this is getting real full, and we only have a few links to go. So let's go ahead and finish this up. And like I said, I have a cute little purse. I can model it on for you, and you can see what it looks like on a little purse. I'll tell you a funny story about the purse. So when you see it, I'll show you, you'll see it. My best friend Dana and I were doing one of our get-together and shopping days, and we were in Woodland Mall in Grand Rapids, and that's where we like to go. We go eat on the border, maybe have a little margarita or some sangria with our lunch, and then we walk over. The mall is right there, so we walk into the mall and we just kind of wander around and go into stores that we like. And we always like to go check out Vera Bradley because they, do some really cute things every now and then. And my one purse that's like the sling purse that you wear, it's like a chest pack or whatever, came from there. And I love it. I use it a lot. I use it on vacation quite often. but they had these limited edition small little handbags, and one was a intricately beaded handbag. And I'm like, can anything be more Jody than that? And I looked at the price tag and I'm like, $100. I'm like, you know what? That's not bad for like a beaded handbag. But I just didn't want to spend $100 on it that day. And I had a coupon, so I would have saved like 20%, I think it was that day. So it would have brought it down to like 80 bucks. But I still was like, oh, I know I have like money saved for myself to, you know, to treat myself with something. And I still had like, I had gotten like some Christmas, like a gift card for Christmas, like a little Visa one. And I don't know. I just, sometimes it's like one of those things. It's like, even though you want it really bad, it's like, do you want it that bad to spend the money on it? And it was right around Valentine's Day. And I had gotten Dana just like a little small Valentine's Day gift, you know, probably spent like 20 bucks on it or whatever. It was just really little cutesy things, really to do little cutesy things for each other. And so she's like, because I forgot about Valentine's Day, she's like, you're going to get that purse and I'm going to give you $20 towards it. So it'll bring it down to 60 and you can do it. So I bought it for 60 bucks basically is what it was. So, all right. So here is our little dangle and I think it's really cute. Look at how pretty the colors are. And that heart just really makes it all the better. So let me go ahead and grab that purse and I will clip it on and so you guys can see what it looks like. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, here's the little purse that I put it on to show you. And it hangs just so nice. It's so cute. But this is the little beaded purse I was talking about. So it looks really cute with that actually. Maybe I need to make one for myself too since I got another heart and more of these beads. But anyway, so that's what it would look like hanging off my purse. And just to give you an idea, the finished piece is from the top of the little heart hook down to the bottom is about 5.5 inches. So it's not super big, and this is a small purse, as you can tell by my hands. So it even looks cute on a small purse as it would a large purse or a backpack or whatever. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a really good rest of your day, and I'm sure you'll see me again at some point wearing the same clothes and everything because I'm going to try to do some more videos today. Much love to you all, and talk to you soon. Bye.